What up? It's another video by Efi's Voice. So here goes another video. So here I go. You should naturally know when you should talk or not talk. You know, you should naturally know when you should talk or not talk. I make a lot of videos about wisdom, knowing to speak or not to speak. Gradually and eventually, we should all try to talk more. Talking is how you spread yourself around the world. Wise men will speak. Silence speaks volumes. Only speak and not to speak. Your voice, your power, your sound. Your mouth, your voice. Use your mouth. Something like that. I make a lot of videos about talking, speaking, and that nature, and stuff about that and that nature. But you should naturally know when you should talk or not talk. You should naturally know that. Don't let other people make you speak, make you talk when you should not talk. You should naturally know. The problem is that people don't know that everybody knows when they should talk or not talk. Don't let people fool you into thinking they know when you should talk or not talk. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. So sometimes they may be right when they think you should talk, and sometimes they may be wrong. But you should naturally know when you should naturally know when you should talk or not talk. It's in your instincts, it's in your body, it's in your chemistry, it's in your nature that you should know when you should talk or not talk. So I make a lot of videos about speaking, about speaking and talking in your voice. But really, you should naturally know when you should talk or not talk. When it's time for you to talk, make sure you talk. When it's time for you to be silent, make sure you be silent. Silence speaks volumes, so you shouldn't be too troubled or uncomfortable being silent, because silence speaks volumes. And when you're supposed to be silent, make sure you're silent. And there'll be a time when you're supposed to be silent, but there's also going to be a time when you should talk. Sometimes you should talk a little, sometimes you should talk a lot. So when that time comes, you know when you should talk. But um you should naturally know when you should talk or not talk. um Everybody should know that. It's in your instincts, it's in your body, it's in your chemistry. It's in our DNA when we should know when we should talk or not talk. So all the videos I make a lot of videos about that. But in the elementary stage, you should know when you should talk or not talk. No one can really tell you. Sometimes we could, because each one teach one. But really, you should know when you should talk or not talk. And really, you should know. If someone wants you to talk sometimes, and you shouldn't talk, don't talk. When someone wants you to be silent sometimes, and you should talk, make sure you talk. Don't listen to everything everybody say. You should listen sometimes, but you should know when you should talk or not talk. No one should. You really understand yourself and your body and your instincts, and know when you should talk or not talk. So that's what this video is about. Naturally, you should know when you should talk or not talk. That's what's in our instincts, that's what's in our body, that's what's in our nature. When you should talk, when you should be silent. There'll be a time when you should be silent, and there'll be a time when you should talk. Have a balanced system to your body instincts. Know when and when to produce. Know when you should do what for what, and that's what it is. So know when to talk or not talk. Naturally, you should know when you should talk and or not talk. Peace.